Alright, in this video what I'm going to talk about is some more strategies for finding clients. And so that strategy I'm going to talk about is utilizing online webmaster forums to actually find potential freelance jobs. A couple forums that you could go to that are frequented by internet business owners and website owners. One is the warriorforum.com, and there's a very special way that we're going to show you how to use here in just a moment, the Warrior Forum in particular. But they do charge a fee to post a special offer, but you would post what's called a Warrior Special Offer. And basically you would just post a project in there, and we'll give you a visual of that here in a moment. But you post your Warrior Special Offer saying that you are offering article writing services, you are offering e-cover creation services. You come up with the service that you specialize in, whether it's SEO, link building service, whatever it is. Put a price tag on it, and it has to be a special price for the Warrior Forum, but you can make some good money doing freelance projects that way through the Warrior Forum. Another site you can go to is Sitepoint.com, and again you are just creating a specific offer of services that you provide, and it costs you, I think it's $10 to make the post. The Warrior Forum is $20, but they get a lot of traffic and you can get some good sales by offering services through them. Another site is www.webmaster-talk.com. Very similar concept. They have what's called a buy, sell, trade area, and that's for webmasters, for you to go in there and you could, buy, sell, even trade services, so that you could trade maybe SEO services for e-cover design and creation services. So that might be an idea for you. The next thing you can do is go right over to forums.digitalpoint.com, and you could go right on over to the Digital Point forum, and then what you can do within that forum is again utilize the buy sell trade area of their forum to find some fabulous projects that you could actually post bids on. The one other keyword phrase that you could search for in Google, and I'll show you this one in just a moment, is simply typing in buy sell trade in quotation marks, buy sell trade in quotation marks, and then do webmaster after it. And what that search query does within Google is that will only pull up forums or only pull up sites that are using the term buy sell trade, and it will only bring up the ones related to webmasters. So it brings up webmaster internet type forums utilizing buy sell trade, and that will give you the forums that enable you to trade or sell your services. And sometimes freelancing to do trades is not a bad idea. So you could sometimes trade SEO work for legal services. You could trade link building or article work for graphic design work. You can kind of see how that's almost as good as money for you as well. So that's something to keep in mind. So you could just do again just the buy sell trade, and then just select webmaster. So, or buy sell trade in quotes and then webmaster after it to pull that up. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video real quick, and then we're going to open up a web browser and show you how to utilize the Warrior Forum and a couple of these other forums we mentioned. Okay, so we're now right over here on the Warrior Forum, and inside the Warrior Forum is this basically what it looks like. And what you're going to look for is either the Warrior Forum classified ads or the Warrior Forum special offers forum. So here is where you could post a special offer inside the Warrior Forum. Now what is so great about these Warrior special offers is that you could actually post yourself a project. So you would just go to the Warrior special offers page, read the rules. It takes 30 posts. You have to have 30 posts on the website first, and you want to write good content for your post. But basically you just go to the Warrior Forum and you could just choose new thread. You buy the thread, it costs you $20, but then you could advertise whatever service you have, whether it's article writing, again, it could be graphic design, logo design, e-cover design, mini site creation, whatever the case might be. You come up with some ideas, and then go ahead and post your project in there with your pricing and tie up to your PayPal account. So you create a PayPal buy now button, and you can go from there. So you could use the Warrior Forum for that option. You could do the same thing inside the Warrior Forum using the Warrior Forum classified ads. That will actually cost you $20 as well. So that's certainly something to keep in mind. So that's inside the Warrior Forum classified advertising section. The next thing that you're going to do is you can go right on over to sitepoint.com, Sitepoint, just like you see on your screen, and you're going to look for the marketplace under Sitepoint. And inside Sitepoint's marketplace, they actually have a spot where it says advertise your services. So that's where you could click there, and you can actually go about advertising your freelance services. So you could just create new listing, and then just log into your account, and then just go through creating your listing. So just create whatever you have to offer, whatever your service might be, and you can notice what the price is. So you advertise your services, it costs 10 credits, which is the equivalent of $10. And once you have selected that, you would go in and put in your list of services. So put in that you do search engine optimization consulting, you do link building work, and this is a site frequented by webmasters. SitePoint has tons of webmasters looking at their content. So that's how you utilize SitePoint. The other site that I want to draw to your attention was the Webmaster Talk Forum, webmaster-talk.com. So let's just browse right over here, and inside the Webmaster-Talk forum, you've got over here, as you scroll down here, you're going to see a buy sell trade option. So you notice the Webmaster Talk Marketplace, that's what it's under. So you got here sell your website, sell your domains, but you've also got right here promote your services, and then freelance jobs. So you could just click here on promote your services under buy sell trade, and you can just click right over here under promote your services. So click on promote your services, and just go ahead and log in. First log into your account, and then you could go about posting your service offerings in there if you wanted to. So go ahead and choose promote your services, and then just follow through with what you have to offer. So just choose start a new listing, and then you can go through the options: freelance jobs, sell your promote your services. It does cost a slight fee to post that, but you could also post content for sale. So you could actually create article content and sell it on here as well, and that doesn't cost you anything. So you could sell private label rights to articles that you've written. So that's how you use the Webmaster Talk forum. The other forum that I wanted to draw to your attention was forums.digitalpoint.com. And this forum is huge. It's another huge internet marketing webmaster type forum. So you can go right over here to Digital Point forum, and you are going to be looking for, let's see here, Digital Point forum, and you want to look for buy sell trade. And so you notice here buy sell trade, and then just go right over there where it says services. You would just choose services, and then you can just go ahead and choose from there whatever service it is that you're offering, whether it's programming, design, content creation like writing articles, and then go ahead and just choose create a new thread, and that will go about getting your project posted out there. So that's where you can go to advertise your services through Digital Point. So that's another great site to use. That's the buy sell trade option that I was talking about. Now here's the search string you just do into Google. It's just buy sell trade in quotation marks and then webmaster after it, and it brought up a variety of different webmasters. So notice here's another one called Dev Hunters, DEVhunters.com, and you notice here on their website they are another webmaster community, and you could do sell your services here again. So you could provide provide your services here as well. So there's just a lot of different different options that you can utilize to promote yourself. So there's tons of different options. Now to narrow down webmaster, you could even go webmaster forum to narrow it down even more, and that would bring up more webmaster discussion forums. Here's another one for example. They've got a full-blown marketplace, and you could do inside the marketplace, you could advertise your services somewhere in there as well. So you kind of get the idea how powerful that buy sell trade option can be, because there are literally hundreds of forums, if not thousands of forums, where people are looking for people like you that offer, SEO services or link building services or article writing or graphics, whatever the case might be. There's a lot of different sources you can tap into for freelance information. Alright, in this video we're going to talk about some more effective strategies for finding clients and potential freelance jobs. So the first one is to create yourself a miniature website. And so if you're a graphics, website designer, this will be very easy. And if you're just like a writer, if that's your focus, or link building type work, and you're not a graphics person, don't worry about it, because you can simply create it just on blogger.com, for free. You could just use, WordPress if you want to use your own domain. You could use blogger.com, weebly.com, wetpaint.com. Another one is squidoo.com. It creates just a page for you. It's on a website. Weebly and Wetpaint, they'll create entire websites. Blogger is a blog. Basically, on these sites, all you want to do is you could put a picture of yourself there. You could put a description of your services, of what you specialize in. You could put a little short blurb about kind of who you are as a person, why you do what you do, that kind of thing, because sometimes that personal touch will make a difference as far as closing deals. You could put things like maybe the pricing that you do, maybe testimonials from past clients, possibly article samples if you were doing articles, or it could be actual design, graphic designs, or links to websites you've designed, or links to download software applications you've created. Whatever the case might be, you can put that on this website to basically help tell people what you are. And then you're going to want to optimize those pages for keywords related to what you're selling. So like freelance graphic designer, freelance software developer, freelance website designer, that kind of thing, and use that to attract potential clients. People can find it naturally. You could send it to people through email, depending on how you're getting in touch with them, and so it gives you several different avenues for people just to come across you and see a little bit more about you. So that's another important strategy for finding new projects, because that's so important. Video marketing, that's another thing you could utilize. You could simply tap into the power of YouTube. It actually gets more traffic and more searches. It gets more searches than actually Yahoo and MSN search engines altogether. In their entirety. And so the Google search engine gets the most, but the YouTube search engine within youtube.com itself gets an enormous amount of searches every single day now. And so it's so important to tap into video. And you can do that by simply, if you have a laptop that comes equipped with a webcam, which most do now, you could just sit here and talk straight into your computer, recording with the webcam, talking about who you are, again, why you do, what sets you apart from somebody else, and maybe give them a link to the website you set up to check you out, or give them your phone number, or give them your email at the close of that video, whatever the case might be. Beyond that, you can also just use yourself talking about just basically discuss what's going on. So sit there and talk about talk about your niche, whatever the case might be. Use it to just keep promoting yourself, and title it with whatever niche you're in, whatever freelance type work you're doing. So if it's freelance link building, talk about that. I'm freelance link builder, outsource link building here, that kind of thing. And what will happen is these videos themselves can get picked up in the search engines. And another video hosting site is rever.com, and you can also go to Google to find more video hosting sites. Social media networking, this should not be a surprise to you, but it's another powerful avenue for finding clients. Twitter is huge. You can go to Twitter and you can follow business owners, follow internet business owners, and then look for people out there that are website business owners, follow them and send them a direct message if they follow you back, saying this is the kind of service that I have to offer, that kind of thing. How can I help you? Send them a message like that. You could also do a search in the search.twitter.com. You could do a search for, looking for writer, looking for articles, whatever the case might be. You could run a brief little search for that. You could also go to facebook.com, set up your account, tell people a little bit about who you are, set up a MySpace page as well, and use these portals to link into your little websites that you made to identify, who you are and what you do. And using all the methods on this page will really increase the amount of freelance jobs you can potentially obtain. But there's a few more things that you can also do. Online classifieds. Craigslist.com is huge. It's one of the more high traffic websites on the internet. So you could tap into Craigslist.com in two ways. The first way is you can search the job listing to actually look for people that are looking for your services, be it web design services, article writing services, whatever the case might be. Just browse through the jobs section and you can look for jobs and projects that people have posted. And another way you can use Craigslist is to post a classified in like the small biz ad section. Post a classified talking about your services and what you do. Do the exact same thing on Backpage.com. Browse the job boards. Post a job on the service offering page. For Oodle.com, look for job offers if they have it. Make a post about your services if that works. And again, title these posts whatever service you're offering. Online classifieds can be really big. Referrals, that's a great way to get clients. Talk to friends, network with people. I know this seems like basic, but you can basically talk to somebody. If you do good work for somebody, for a client, ask them if they know somebody else that might need the services, and chances are they do. Or do good work, and by natural what's going to happen is they're going to refer you on to somebody else, and that's huge. Newspaper classifieds, that's another great way to find potential clients, is browse through classifieds in the job section and look for people looking for various jobs. You could also post your own classified talking about how you do article writing services, and this can get kind of expensive, but it's still another way you can use to find clients. And then one other thing you can do is, look at your local small businesses in your area, wherever you are. Even if you're overseas, there's all sorts of businesses out there, United States, overseas, wherever the case might be. Look for local businesses in your area and tell them this is what I have to offer you. And, see what kind of things they need and want. A lot of local businesses need web design services, or they need article writing services. And sometimes they don't know they need it until you've talked to them. So that's a great way that you can start tapping into finding more clients. And if you apply these strategies, it'll be amazing, the potential for income that you can earn as a freelancer. It's all about getting as many bids and as many projects out there as possible. So in the final video in this series that we're going to cover next, we're going to go over some strategies for being an effective freelancer, and just how to get clients that stick, how to keep your clients happy, and just kind of give you a few more closing guidelines. But utilizing these sources for finding jobs, you should have no problem finding enough work to keep you busy and to grow your freelance business. Alright, so now that you've learned how to find clients and how to get your business going with freelance jobs, I'm going to cover some important things to consider and keep in mind related to freelancing. One of the most important aspects is once you get clients, it's very important that you meet deadlines. So whether it's deadlines you've set for yourself or for them, or if it's deadlines that they've set for you, it's very important that you meet those. So if they need them in 5 days, and you need the articles or graphics or whatever it is, and you tell them that you're going to meet that deadline, try to meet that deadline. Make sure you're trying to meet that deadline, because what happens is that's something that's going to set you apart, because there's so many freelancers out there that don't meet their deadlines and don't meet them on time, and it can be difficult when you are freelancing to do that. And so it's important to take note of being focused on your projects at hand. But it's so important to meet deadlines, because as you meet deadlines, they're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. So they're going to come right back to you. And then also they're going to refer you to somebody else, and then you'll get more business that way. So by just simply meeting deadlines, you can really maintain a good relationship with the people you're doing work with, and they will oftentimes come back to you, or they will refer you to somebody else. And so it's a great way to keep your business growing. So meeting deadlines is a very important aspect of freelancing. Another important thing is to maintain open communication with your clients. So what that means is, whether it's, through email, or if it's through phone calls, or even instant messaging, or other social networking aspects like, Twitter direct messages, or Facebook post or something on Facebook walls or Facebook emails. It's so important that you maintain open communication as you do your project. So, if you have an article project and it's day 3 or 4, send them a quick email. Hey, just touching base to let you know I'm at this point. Or maybe send them an email. Hey, just, sorry, I wasn't able to get something done today. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. Or, we're having a baby, so we're not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to work on your project for the next few days. I'm sick right now. I'm really sick. I can't work on your project. Things like that are really important, because you're going to find that they're not going to get upset if maybe there's a delay on the project. Like if for some reason you're not going to meet a deadline and you let them know that, they're not going to get upset. Typically they're going to just say, okay, great, thanks for telling me. But they would get upset if you didn't tell them. So it's so important to maintain your open communication, because that will set you apart again from the other freelancers. It's one of those things you can use to set yourself apart from the other ones. The most important aspect, probably a very important aspect besides meeting deadlines and maintaining open communication, is to stay focused. And that means just to stay focused and on the efforts and on the project at hand. So if you're creating a mini site for somebody, then once you start that, focus your time. Focus, okay, the next 30 minutes I'm going to devote to just this project so I can make some headway on this project. If it's an article writing task, say, okay, I'm not going to get up from my computer till I've written 3 of the 10 articles for this client. And then, and then go back and go for another 30-45 minute chunk. Say I'm going to write another 3 articles. I'm going to write another 3 articles the next day. And if you just focus out your time, so maybe you have a 7-day project or a 5-day project, and you decide to focus 30 minutes a day, that would come to about 2.5 hours of total, focused work where you just focus on that. And you'll find that, you might get the project done ahead of schedule, which would be great because the client would love it if you got the work done ahead of schedule, and they will keep coming back to you for more work. Another important thing to do that not a lot of freelancers do enough of is ask for testimonials. Once you're done with the work, as long as especially if you've met the deadline, you maintain good communication, and you just stayed focused on the project, ask for testimonials. Ask them for testimonials about your service, about your delivery time, about whatever the case might be, because that's invaluable, because that's stuff you can put up on your website. That's stuff you can send in an email to other potential clients, and it will help your business grow. And so that's very, very huge. So ask for the testimonial when you're done with the work and you did a good job for them, you did right by the client. Make sure you ask for a testimonial, because they will give you one most of the time if you ask for it. Then the other thing to really keep in mind when you are doing freelancing is to not devalue your services. And by that I mean, make sure you know what makes you comfortable to make money. So whether it's making $5 per article, if that means a lot to you, or if it's making $10 an hour. But don't work for $1 or $2 an hour. Unless you really have to, or unless that makes you feel comfortable, but it shouldn't. There's no need to starve yourself, on a project. So you need to make sure that you do not devalue your services, because what happens, and it's easy to do, is that you take on a project for a small budget, and then you have a client with a bigger budget come along, and that bigger budget client will basically they're giving you more money, so it's a lot easier to focus on their project because you have more money. And what happens is that smaller client will sit there, and it becomes kind of almost a nag for you, and so you don't meet the deadline, and then they get upset, and then they'll say bad things about you maybe. So it's just not a good situation. So you don't want to devalue your services. So you want to keep your services I'm not saying you charge a lot for them, but you don't want to give in. So you determine what makes you feel comfortable. That's going to be between, that's a decision you have to make. Is okay, what makes me feel comfortable, or I really need the money, but it's kind of like, if you're only going to make $1 or $2 an hour when the project's done, you may as well just, have done the stuff just for yourself, because you would have gotten a better return on your investment long term. So just don't devalue your services. That's another important consideration when you're doing freelancing. A lot of freelancers do that as they get all excited and they say, man, I just want to get a project done. And they'll take on maybe a free project or a project for next to nothing. And it's just hard to get motivated to get that project done. So try to not devalue your services. And so again, the important aspects here: meet your deadlines, keep open communication with your clients while you're doing the work, stay focused, set out focused chunks of time to accomplish the task. Ask for testimonials when the job is done, and do not devalue your services. If you apply all these principles to the videos we previously showed you on how to find more freelancers, freelance jobs, and once you kind of understand more about freelancing, then you are going to have no problem succeeding with freelancing to make money. It's a very viable business model, and it's a very effective way for you to make money online. So you definitely want to look into freelancing for an internet income.